Okay, here we are. Saturday evening again. No idea what time it is. Just after 2 Pacific, 5 Eastern. Gonna take an inside look into the Super Bowl, the props, and as much as we can to give as much value as we can. And I do have one myself that I'm gonna ask and see if anyone. I tried to bring up the unabated tool or one of these tools that works out what a middle's worth. I'll get into that one shortly, but right now Scott, Adam, this may be the most balanced Super Bowl I've ever seen in my betting life as a bookmaker. We are literally dollar for dollar on the spread, dollar for dollar on the total, and dollar for dollar on the money line. Like it looks like we're just sucking up the juice this week.
That's what it sounds like to me, and that doesn't make any sense. I don't know if you've heard this or not, but this game's rigged. Kansas City's already been determined the winner. I just have not heard the final score, so I'm a little confused why you guys are not booking it much, much heavier on the Eagles side. So, okay,
Well, obviously, word in Ohio has gotten out that it's fixed because that
okay,
is on the Chiefs. Uh, and in New Jersey, they haven't been told
they
because
haven't been
that's
told.
heavy on the Eagles. We had literally one player take like plus 108, plus 106, plus 104, plus 102 for like 10, 15 a pop. But there is one that I just noticed when I was looking at the total and seeing as it's balanced and wanted to sort of dig in a little bit more. We had a player take over 47 and a half at minus 116 and under 50 and a half at minus 24. So they've paid the
Hmm.
40 cents for the 3 point middle. Value or not
Okay,
value?
boy, I don't know that one for sure. Phoenix Adam, do you have any idea what that 3 points would be worth?
I don't bet totals. It's not part of my game, so that I don't like the sound of it. Just listening to you say that, but you know, smarter people than me probably know the right answer to that.
40 cents sounds really, really strong. But I'm not a middle guy. I just don't middle at all. So that's not something that's a strong suit of mine. But don't you
Yeah, I
agree
don't.
40 cents sounds way too high?
Oh, well, I thought so, but again, I haven't looked at it as to see, when you look at the margin, you say the game, okay, falls potentially between 30 and 70, is each point worth 2%? Obviously, in the middle, streaming out, um, and he spent, uh, what, 7, 8%, six, yeah. So, I mean, it didn't feel like a bad middle to be standing against, but as I said, I was trying to log into my unabated account to bring up their tools and see if there was anything there, but I just didn't get a chance before we jumped on. But
Okay.
uh, plenty of other action. I don't know. Is there any good bets you guys have found in the last few days that you really like?
Well, I've got a coin flip I'd like to talk about. Saw this one on Spank Odds, and my eyes bulged out of my head. There was actually for about a 10-minute period, there was a plus 108 in the market. It was an offshore book, but plus 108. I don't know if it was a trader error or not, but a plus 108 I thought was amazing. I wish I wish I was allowed to bet offshore. If you live in the state of Nevada, you're not allowed to do that. So I was unable to take advantage of it. But I'm sure there's other Spank Odds users that were able to hit it. Did
Yeah,
you
I
guys?
think I'd. I
Did you
think
hear?
I'd be trying. What?
Yeah, but did you hear anybody else talking about that plus 108?
No, I hadn't. But plus 108 on a coin toss. I think I'd
Yeah,
probably get a bit of that.
yeah, I thought it was really good. But like I say, I live in the state of Nevada, so can't bet offshore. But it was up on Spank Odds for almost 10 minutes. So I'm sure a few people might have got it. Probably people that are watching the market really, really closely. Phoenix Adam, did you happen to see that coin toss in the
I did
Spank
not.
Odds? You didn't
No.
catch it? It was 10 minutes. I think it was yesterday or the day before. Might have been Thursday afternoon for about 10 minutes. But thought that was a really good one. Really good one for all of you sports bettors that don't live in the state of Nevada and are able to bet offshore. So The most popular props that I've been betting for me have all been quarterback props. I've talked to you about this one before, Adam. The interception props. I love that one. I think Kansas City's going to win this one since the game is rigged, and I think they're going to have a fairly decent lead. I think the Eagles are probably going to be throwing the ball a lot more than they normally do, and I think that Hurts very well could throw an interception. How does your book look on Hurts throwing an interception?
Oh, we got a lot of fucking stuff on this thing. I've got let me see. Interceptions. So we're definitely heavy on Hurts to throw the first interception.
Good.
All sharp money there. It's about 7-1 on Hurts versus Mahomes.
I like hearing that.
Get rid of this high hold percentage. Here's another one. We got will Jalen Hurts what will Jalen Hurts do first? Throw a touchdown pass or throw an interception? It's all on throw an interception before a touchdown pass.
Good. And you're saying sharp. You're saying sharp money.
Yeah, let me see where the money's at here. We're currently at plus 205. It started at plus 270 and it was bet 270, 266, 262, 258, 254, 247, 245, 243, 242. And it seems like right then and there, the trader shit his pants and moved to 247. So let's see what the line history on this one was. Open this up. Yeah, it looks like the auto mover was doing the work on all those bets. It come down and then the trader intervened. Yeah, the next morning, I guess they went through and updated the odds and decided they'd had enough of that one.
Was that the same one sharp better, or was there multiple sharp betters attacking it?
Let me see. No, there's multiple.
Multiple. Good.
One guy in particular, but there was a few different ones.
Okay. Well, they see the game the way I do too. Then, and then as far as Mahomes, I don't think he's going to throw an interception. So I'm betting the other way on that one. How are your sharp guys on Mahomes throwing an interception?
I'm trying to see. Let's go through this. Receptions, receiving yards. There is a lot of stuff to bet in this game.
Yes, there is.
I'm glad we have
Digging through
some.
those menus has been a hassle, huh?
Well, I'm glad on the front end we have the filters that you can go through and sort of break it down by quarterback and things like that. But on the back end, you got to scroll through all these bitches.
It's been the way of life the last 2 weeks.
Ton of margins. Touchdowns, yes, no. First touchdown, last touchdown. To score a touchdown. To score 2+, 3+ MVPs. We'll get into the total stuff. Let's miss these somewhere. I did notice that the national anthem's been taken down. More money on the under. I don't know what the market's doing there. It looks like we have it off the board right now.
The rehearsal tape was leaked again, huh?
You know what? I'm looking at spank odds, and nobody has a line for it.
Yeah, so our number was at 124.5. There was bet under minus 143 average, and then then it went to 123.5, and it was all on the under minus 206 average, almost like it had already been sung and done. That was a few days ago.
Hmm.
I had seen previously that this guy, when he'd done national anthems, they went for around 100 seconds. But for this to be a number of like around 2 minutes, and I've heard he's a real theatrical music person that, can change up stuff and really turn music into something different for different occasions. So maybe he has some plans to add a bit of fat to his national anthem.
Which ones are you looking for right now, Adam? Are you still looking for the Mahomes interceptions?
I'm looking for the quarterback stuff.
Okay.
Getting through all the game ones, and it should be usually at the top of the. We're seeing plenty of money on the successful 2-point conversion.
You're seeing money on yes? Then that's interesting.
Yeah, seeing money on the yes.
How would you classify that money?
That's what I'm just having a look now. It's 50-50 sharp wreck. The biggest price taken was plus 250. The only bet on the no was laid at minus 294, not sharp money. But it was taken at plus 260 all the way down to plus 200.
Mm-hmm.
Where the sharp money is.
So bet Chris Arizona, Pat Mahomes over or under 1.5. A half an interception is minus 139. The under is.
Okay, let me get here. Yeah, getting through the team stuff now, so we should be to the player stuff shortly. God, there's a lot of stuff.
Yes, there is.
We
Phoenix
definitely
Adam,
need
doesn't the app show like 480 props in Arizona?
I think it's 5 something. To be
Five
honest with
something.
you,
Okay.
it's a deep dive drop menu. Yeah, little search function kind of helped me find that one, but
Yeah, we have a search function, but it just once you get to the first one, it doesn't do a great job at finding the next one.
I used the old-fashioned Control F1.
Yeah, it's a lot easier on the front end than the back end, but here we go. All right.
Yeah, I got you.
So we're looking at total interceptions. Mahomes. Ooh,
Tell me
Jesus.
the pros are on the under.
This is good money on this.
There is, okay.
So on the pro side, it's fairly balanced. So we've got Mahomes currently under a half minus 39. So yes, he throws 117, no 139. Let's see where the master money is.
I'm pretty certain neither guy's thrown an interception in like 8 or 9 straight games or something. I can't remember the number, just for what it's worth.
Wow. So we're seeing the over. The biggest price bet was plus 125. The lowest was minus 108. So on average, they're taking plus 118 on the over, and on the under, they're averaging minus 130. It's looking about 2-1 the under. So we're looking about 66% of the money is on the under. About 57% of the pro money.
Okay. Small majority then.
Yeah, so we definitely would be looking for the yes and interception there, and then on Hurt side, it's exactly the same price, and the average is almost the same. Again, it's almost dollar for dollar flipped.
Hmm.
We have $2 on Mahomes, not to, and $1 on the yes. On Hertz, it's $2 on the yes and 1 on the no. But on the sharp money, a hell of a lot more on the no Jalen Hurts interception than there is on the yes.
Ooh, that's not what I want you to say.
See who these players are. Okay, well, there's some. From what I can see of the account numbers, the guys that have a bit more respect are definitely on the no. Lead minus 129, 128, 131. What was the number you got there, or what we are?
I got to tell you, it's been a couple of days. I don't remember what number I got. It's been a couple of days.
Okay, so one thing on the total pass completions, every penny is on the over on Hertz, not a single penny on the under. Bit of sharp money over 17.5 minus 22, over 18.5 at even. And if I get both of them, yeah, it looks like it was 17.5 over 17.5 minus 130 is the average price, and then over 18.5 minus 103 is the average price, and the other side hasn't been touched.
Well, you would think if all the money's on the over, they either think he's going to throw some very long passes or a lot of passes. I think he's going to throw a lot of passes and give him a real chance of picking up an interception. So I think those prices should be more correlated, don't you think? Or the bets?
Yeah. What else is here on the passing yards? Mahomes is again all money on the over. There's a few dollars on the under, but generally it's all over 250.5. So what does that mean? They think he's going to get behind and have to throw, or?
I doubt that. I highly doubt that, unless they didn't read the script.
Well, maybe they do get down by a couple of touchdowns, and he does throw the ball widely, and that's how they come back.
To come back.
Yeah,
that may be it. I didn't see the ending. I just knew the answer to the end. Didn't see how he got there.
You didn't see how it got there.
Didn't see how to get there. I just can't believe. I can't believe the number of people that think it's rigged. It's just the craziest thing I've ever heard. But there's a lot of people talking about it. So.
Yeah, I mean, the Kansas City Chiefs have walked through raindrops all year. I mean, how do you see it playing out? Do you see a tight, low-scoring game, or do you see just a bit like the Washington game last week before, or whatnot, of just lots of points back and forth?
Yeah, I see lots of points back and forth. Phoenix Adam, what do you see? Do you see lots of points?
Yep, I think so. I mean, I see a close game, definitely.
One of my dogs just said he thinks the dog's barking. He hasn't seen the script, so I don't know what's going on with him. But yeah, another one that I bet a lot this week that kind of shocked me was on overtime. I don't think this thing goes to overtime. How do you feel about that bet?
Well, it's always a crazy price on the.
Right.
I mean, if you've got the money and you want to lay the number, you take the no. You can't bet yes at 7.5 to 1. I mean, yeah, it's been like that for years. It's a bit like that safety and a few other things. Let me see. I've got some money on this. What am I looking at?
One of the books I really like in Vegas, every time they drop it down to minus 900, I hit them on the overtime. They've almost ran me out of money.
That's my screen. Yeah, that's the only side you can bet if you're serious about this.
Yeah, you can't be betting the yes.
Team totals heavily bet over, but we do have one sharp guy betting the under a bit. Let me scroll through some of these things and see where we've got some money.
With Phoenix Adam, I know you want to talk about one, but we also need to talk about field goals too. So we need to put that on our list to talk about field goals.
Okay.
I had several questions from people that wanted me to ask you, and that was one of the first ones I got.
All right, where are we at with the touchback? I know there's been last year it was a big one, right? The touchback with the new ball, and apparently it's hard to kick and whatnot, but now they're not kicking as far. And
Yeah, there's no chatter about that this year. I think bombed. Didn't that bomb like 2 years in a row where it was short of a touchback?
well, I think last year was definitely a touchback because the short price cashed. I was on the other side.
Okay.
I know I didn't win
recall.
money, so I jumped in, but the years roll into each other these days.
I hear you.
The days definitely do. That is for sure. Maybe
One
this
of
is
the
a good time to tell you about this. This prop I don't know anything about. It's about first quarter field goals. Spank Odds does not have that prop up. I didn't even know it existed. What do you have that prop up at Prime?
I'm not sure. I'm going through now just to see.
what was it, Scott? I give chop.
Will there be a field goal in the first quarter?
Oh, okay.
So we'll say on the overtime, the shortest price that we've taken bets at is plus 696. So between plus 696 and plus 874 is where all the yes money is. And then a few people trickled in at minus 1317, 1336, and someone even took minus 1564 for the no. So
Oh wow!
it feels like the 900's a good lay.
Yeah, I think it is a good number. And I was just checking, and they're still at 1,000 right now in town. So I'll leave them alone until they move back to 900.
We've got a bunch of rec money on lowest scoring quarter points. They bet the over 5.5. Let's see where the money's at. Average minus 15 the price. So they're saying that there'll be no quarter under 5 or less points. That's just rec money there.
Okay.
Highest scoring half, all the money is on second half plus OT. Like it's 95% of the money.
But that's because overtime's in the second half, right?
Yeah, I
Everybody
guess
is,
that's their
but
theory.
but according to our last bet, there ain't going to be no overtime, so it won't matter either way.
Yeah, I mean the idea is that the odds are meant to calculate that in, but they're still laying the money.
Well, if this game goes to overtime and you want to see me cry, just give me a call after it goes into overtime.
So the first downs are getting bet heavily under.
I've heard people talking about that.
The sharp money under 41.5 minus 20. In general, that's sort of the average price that they're taking. Chiefs is heavily bet on the under. Let me see. We're currently at under 20.5 minus 50. Yeah, the money was at like minus 25. Oh, minus 14 was the first bet, minus 17, even lead minus 47. So it's the money moved that one. Third down conversions over 5.5 for the Eagles. see. The only sharp money is on the under at plus 105. But the rest of the rec money's on the over. Significant money on the Chiefs to convert a fourth down. It's fairly well balanced, but
Can I ask you about one of the staple bets we usually make?
yeah, far away.
The one team scoring 3 straight times. That seems to have been decent value the past many years. However,
I like that bet.
I bet it a lot during the season. It's juiced pretty high in this game. I'm not so certain I like it per se, but I'm just curious what you're seeing on that bet.
I come across the field goal stuff, so before I look for that one,
Yeah,
it was one you
Sure,
want.
sure. Yeah.
Oh, and Phoenix Adam, they've got 4 straight scores in this one too. Did you see there's a line on that?
Yeah, they've been throwing that one out. That's just
That's a lot.
that's a dangler. I think for the people who've been betting the 3, they dangle that in front of you. I feel like that's a donation back. But hey.
Either team scores 3 unanswered times. The no has got the most money, but the only master money is on the yes. So let's see what we've got here. So the only sharp money lead minus 170 on the yes. And then no. Bunch of money anywhere from plus 150 to plus 135, but it's all rec money.
And this is on the field goals, right?
No, this was on the unanswered three unanswered times.
Okay.
Yeah. On the 4 unanswered times, the only money is on the no. They've laid 365 and 380.
Okay.
Field goal stuff. Sure, it was right near each other, so.
Oh, perfect.
Okay, here's one that jumps out just to go off track a little bit. Total penalties in a game. A shit ton of money on the under. We're looking at under 10.5. This is not a well traded position. It actually opened plus 115 on the under, and it's now minus 159.
Wow.
So it's moved 74 points, 74 cents. And all the sharp money was at plus 15, plus 09, plus 04, even some sharp money at minus 44. So this was either just a completely mispriced prop, or the script was leaked and they can see that there's less than 10 penalties.
I'm glad we could make fun of that. I really am.
All right, so field goals.
I don't think we have that prop up at Spank Odds about field goals in the quarters. I don't remember seeing it anyway. We have total field goals, but not in the first quarter.
Yeah, so field goal scored in first quarter. They've bet the yes heavily. Laid minus 04, minus 20, minus 24, minus 28. One little lonesome bet on the no. So they're going for a field goal in the first quarter. Second quarter, I guess you're getting towards the half, so there's a bigger chance they go for it. Someone laid minus 300 that there'd be one in the second quarter.
That makes sense.
Play. So if you can get minus 300 or better, it seems like it's a price to take. And then field goal in the fourth quarter has been bet.
Bad.
Not as much as you have to lay, but yeah, minus 64 and minus 78 were taken by sharp players. It's now minus 195.
Okay.
Makes complete sense.
We've got some heavy money on the both teams to make 33 plus yard field goals. Let me see here. Taking everything from plus 110 to minus 17 on the yes. There's a few sporadic ones on the no, but let me see where the sharp money is. All right, so which one of these come in first? This is always interesting. 25. Oh God, there's some ugly trading on this. Let me get the line history. See what the fuck went on here.
None of your traders watch this, do they?
I don't care if they do. I mean, this is not an issue with. But yes went from plus 110 on the 27th of January, and then someone. Oh jeez. And then they've jumped in. The order mover did some work, got it to minus 113. Then the trader jumped in and went minus 140, minus 150. And then the first bet was on the no. And it'll come all the way back down to 128, 101. Got back to pick 'em. Boy. Glad I don't look at these things too closely every day and just look at the bottom line when we see what we win or lose at the end of the week. Because, yeah, a lot of money on the over. The money on the under looks like it was definitely forced by the traders.
Interesting. Very interesting.
What else we got? There was a couple others that seemed to have a bit of money on it, on the field goals. Yeah, looks like the over 1.5 field goals has been hit hard. So on the pro money, yeah, see, this is fucking traders. So we laid the under 1.5 at plus 148 and over 1.5 at minus 139. So again, if you can find the over 1.5 minus 139 is a sharp play, and the under 1.5 at plus 48 is where the other money is. So we've kind of middled ourselves 9 cents there. But if we look in it's like about 85% of the money's on the over. So it looks like the average price they're laying is 157. As we said, the sharp guy took 139. Let me see. The traders have done a decent job. They got themselves a 14-cent edge there between the pricing, but obviously gave a bit away early on. But yeah, this is just all over. So it looks like the suspicion is there'll be plenty of field goals kicked tomorrow. So it looks like maybe the red zone defenses are going to hold up pretty well.
That would lead us to believe the total is going to be lower than what we expect. Then, don't you agree?
Well, if they're going to kick field goals back and forth, then yeah, there's. But 1.5. I mean, you got to think they'll be taking whatever points they can get it early on.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So getting some field goals, you only got to kick 2 to get over. And they've actually, oddly enough, the Eagles over 1.5 heavy as well. So it seems like they think that the Eagles are going to be keeping field goals.
That's interesting because the Eagles' kicker is generally regarded as weak, and they like to go for it on fourth down a lot. So that kind of surprises me to hear.
I have fucked up this one a little bit. That was the Chiefs' total field goals made over 1.5. I don't know if I said that or over field goals.
Yeah, I can see that then.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's what's been bet heavy. So I guess they're expecting the Philly defense to hold them out of the end zone a bit.
Okay.
And they're betting over 2.5 Chiefs field goals as well.
Where are you at right now?
I think we're like minus 175 now.
Do you right now? You guys in Arizona are at -1 for Kansas City with 113 juice. Heard some chatter this morning from other books about the line moving and some maybe speculating it swings. Do you foresee that, or what do you have any thoughts on who ends up favorite at kickoff, or if anyone is a favorite at kickoff?
I don't think it changes much from where it is now. You know, there was a whole heap of news around in New Orleans the last few days about Philly players having the flu. And, you know, I know there's been a pretty bad flu going around the States the last month or so. I've known a few people that have caught it, and it's wiped them out. You know, a couple of comments said it wiped them out more than COVID did.
Right.
So I guess, you know, what comes of it, but there's a lot of money on this game right now, and there's not really anything I don't think that's going to significantly move it anywhere from here. But I mean, it's as close to pick'em as it is now. Maybe it gets there, but I.
So you, according to what you're seeing, you think the line is going to continue to move towards the Eagles? Is that correct?
I think it's moved as far as it likely will. I think there's so much money on it now. I don't think, you know, I don't think it moves much further.
Okay.
Let me see, go page down. What else we got lying around here? We did the highest score in half. All right, here's an interesting one. Here's Rec versus Pro. Chiefs shortest punt. We got the Pros playing under 38.5 plus 150. So they've taken 48, 53, and 45, averaging around 149. And the Rec money is all over the over. So this is one that, you know, if the Rec money keeps just betting over for who knows why, that the under's the play there. And actually, yeah, so here's one. We're under 38.5 plus 153. So this is purely weighted money of Rec money. And our sharp money is on under 38.5 at plus 149, and we're hanging out 153. So, you know, that one feels like a play there if you're playing some stuff where our traders are just they're following the money instead of the sharp stuff.
So how do you want the traders following? Do you want them following the sharp, or you want them following the money?
I don't give a shit about the money. Just tell me who the smart people are and where they are on. Yeah. And it's not like it's a fortune. It's like 75% of the book, but it's not significant money when the pro money is significant. So let me take a note of that one. Under 38.5. Chiefs shortest punt. And see how that one falls.
You're kind of like Santa Claus. You're making your list. You're checking it twice. You're writing down who's naughty and nice. So you didn't write you didn't write any trader's name down. You just wrote the prop, right?
I was just about to click onto the line history and see who moved that thing. Oh, yeah, I know exactly who moved it.
Oh, the trader that used to work here,
You're gonna get him in trouble.
It's not one of our stronger ones, but Chiefs to punter touchback. Oh, the yes is getting bet pretty heavily. Was sort of hit at 280, 274. We're currently at 201. So we're already middled ourselves, minus 260 currently, but they've taken the 280, 274, 268. So this is where getting that money in early. If you really don't like it anymore, you can bet the no. The one sharp money that come in was at the minus 240. And we are currently minus 260. So that's where, again, the rec money started at plus 280, went all the way into like plus 186. A pro come, it took the minus 240, and then it just pushed the line back to 260.
huh?
So and then I just sit there. I don't care, whoever bets the next size, wait for the next smart bet to come in. I mean, that's kind of the whole point of the game. Okay, we're getting some questions here. This was
Oh,
one, I guess. I wonder what unabated says on the total. We've got JC asking about the Saks props, and here has the 5.5. Funny enough, and there we are on the rundown. Snacks was the next thing, so
Cool.
good.
hopefully JC's listening. And total QB sacks in the game. We've got 5.5. Sharp money is on the under at minus 132. It looks like the average price of the sharp money. The rec money is leaning on the under as well. Average price minus 136 on the under, 118 on the over. This looks like it is a prop that's been well booked by the traders. But yeah, right now the smart money is under 5.5, laying minus 132. And let me look at the player. Yeah, he's a respected player. On the Chiefs total sacks, got 3.5. Well balanced book. The pros are on the over at an average of plus 141. Who took 159, plus 159, plus 146, and then another one took plus 136. We're currently plus 142. So, again, depending where you're sitting on that one, that might be some value. Betting the over there. And then Eagles total sacks. There's not really any money there. So it just seems like they're concentrating on the Chief sacks there.
And you said they liked under total sacks of 5.5, right?
Yeah. Yeah, they're playing it across the board, but the one smart bet's there on the under. There's no waste. There's no sharp money on the over at all.
Right.
For the Chiefs total, there was a bit on the back and forth. If I get into it a bit more, master. So someone jumped in at minus 160, and the others jumped on the other side at plus 141. So there's just a difference of opinions on that one for sure with some of the sharp money.
I think the Philly O-line injuries are probably playing into that.
Right.
Or apparent, perception of it, their health.
Team to record more sacks. The rec money's on the Chiefs. The smart money's on the Eagles. Let's see where they bet that. Plus 144 and plus 123. So Yeah, and we're plus 119. So you get some into the weeds of some of these players where the money is. We did the field goals. Longest touchdown scored by the Eagles. There is not a single penny on the Chiefs.
Not surprised to hear that, but that's funny.
So let me see. The sharp money lead at minus 15. That number's long gone. Now it's at like where my longest touchdown? Minus 140. No, minus 150. So the sharp money one out there at the minus 15. Okay, here we go. Chiefs players with receptions over 7.5. About 85% of the money on the over, 90% of it master. They averaged a price of minus 141. We are now minus 190.
Wow, that's a big move.
It opened plus 110. Moved a bit over $1, plus 110 to minus 190. And yeah, they all got a taste of that one. I mean, we got some really sharp players that took like minus 171. So the guy at plus 110 was all over that one real quick. You got some under 8.5 minus 171. But yeah, sharp players beat the traders on that one, the odds maker on that one. All right, significant money on the Eagles players with rush attempts over 3.5. Well balanced book. Let me see where the sharp money is. Yeah, they're opposing here. We've got them on the plus 106 on the over 3.5 and minus 129. So differences of opinions on that one. Let me see who they are. Yeah, both sides have people that I'd take notice of. So that one looks like a bookmaker's dream where you got sharp money on both sides with a significant margin in the middle. Same with Eagles total players to score over 3.5. You get the sharp money. Over 3.5 plus 135, under 3.5 minus 130. Not the best trading effort there, but they laid minus 15 all the way to 47 on the under. And the over was just one bet, so
That's cool. Anything else jump out at you?
here's another rec versus sharp. Total players with pass attempts. We got the number at 2.5. So over 2.5. We got about 70% of the money, but about 80% of the money is on the under. So let's see what they've got here. They've taken under 2.5, minus 214. We're currently minus 212, so you can actually get as good, better, or as good as a bunch of the pros got at that number. Again, rec money, traders chasing the rec money. So there is none. There's none on that side that would be telling me to chase that. So there's another one. Total players with pass attempts under 2.5 right now are minus 212, which is better than what a lot of pros have taken. Yeah, the big ones. Went through so the reception money is all very well balanced, except for two, and one in particular. Again, rec money versus pros. We've got Marquise Brown, over under 3.5. The pros are on the under, taking around plus 126, 120, 122, 116. And the rec money is on the over, averaging minus 136. So these are the things that I sort of look for again when the rec money is big on one side, but the pro money's on the other side. You know, they're the ones that are sort of playing on those Saturday nights, looking at these things and going, okay, go against the rec, go with the pro. The house needs it. You know, they're the ones that kind of lean into. On the other one is Juju, that we're looking at like 70% of the money on the over again. Most rec players
Was
are
that
playing
receptions for him or was that yards?
receptions.
Over the 1.5?
Yeah, the recs are over 1.5. Pros are on the under 1.5. And here's another one where the pro took under 1.5 at even. We're now plus 13, but just the weight of the money has pushed it the other way. And these are the ones you can usually wait till late, because the rec money just pushes the overs and the unders just stay there. Let's go on page down. Yep, here's another one. Total receptions. Gotta fuck this one up, Dallas. What is it? Go Dare? Is that what it is?
Goddard.
Got it. Okay.
Everybody loves him.
Yeah, so the sharps are on the under heavy, under 4.5 receptions, taken plus 118 average price, taken as high as plus 143 and as low as plus 108. And then just the rec money's all on the over, minus 128 average.
Well, guys, we've been going almost an hour. Do we want to wrap this up and maybe do a quick one tomorrow morning?
Yeah, if you want, we can go into the players and that a bit deeper tomorrow. And if anything else that I spot out, can jump into. But yeah, anyone that's got questions or anything in Pacific, we can target that as well.
That sounds really good. I think it's probably be a good stopping point for now, and we can cover all that tomorrow. We'll see what time you're available tomorrow morning, or before game, I should say, not morning, before game, maybe noon.
Yep, not a problem.
Pacific time.
Alrighty, well,
thanks, guys.
Thanks for the inside information.
Yep. Well, anyone that has any questions or anything in specific they want information on, let us know, and we'll target those ones tomorrow.
Sounds good. Thanks for listening, guys.
All right. Cheers.